Hey there, it's Erin with Time Saving Templates, and I wanted to go over a demonstration of the basic seller package that I have available on my website, timesavingtemplates.com. So let me switch screens, and I'm going to run through all the templates that are included in this package.
I wanted to show you all the templates that are included in the basic seller success package. It includes 5 different templates, but 3 of the templates are combined in one file. So I'll show you that. And there's a few different upgrade options. I'll show you the difference between those options as well. So this is the one that has 3 templates in one file. It's inventory, pricing, and Cogs. And the 1000 items is an upgrade option. If you go with the basic option, you can price up to 100 items. Scrolling down each one of these boxes right here, this is like one finished item. There are 1000 boxes in this file if you keep scrolling down so that you can continue pricing each item. So that's the difference with the upgrade version. The basic version has 100 boxes to price your items in, and the basic version doesn't have as many rows. It would look more like that in the basic version. I believe you have 10 rows to enter the raw materials. So let me go through an example. I've already entered a little bit of information, but let me actually start with materials inventory. So this is actually the simple inventory worksheet. It's not linked to the pricing or the COGS worksheet, but I thought it was helpful to have it in the same file for when you are pricing your items. And so I've already entered a few examples in here. You can list out as many raw materials as you need to, and you can enter some of these columns. You don't have to enter all of them. Quantity measured by, this is actually in the wrong column. This is the vendor. Quantity measured by would be if you had converted something into inches, other type of measurement. So for this example, clear spacers, I'm saying there's 100 clear spacers that I paid $8 for. So you just enter your information, the quantity in the package and the price that you paid, and then the price per unit is going to calculate the price per bead or the price per inch, however you want to measure that. So going into the pricing worksheet, you would first enter the item name. You could also add in a picture or, of course, put any notes that you wanted to. So just to show you how it works, I could say that I'm using unicorn charms and the price is 50 cents per unicorn charm. So I can grab that from the inventory page and say I'm using 5 charms in there, and then it will calculate the price per material. Say I'm using silver chain, and maybe I had calculated it was 25 cents per inch, the amount of inches that you used in the bracelet. So I'm going to say it's 7.5 inches. And then from there, you just enter the time it takes to make. Actually, up at the top, you would enter an hourly rate and also what you charge for shipping. And you can play around with it and see how it changes the recommended price, including fees. So say it took me 10 minutes to make it. That increases the price substantially. And say I wanted to pay myself more an hour, then it would update all the formulas in the worksheet. All the formula for each box are looking at the hourly rate and the shipping charged in order to calculate the processing or PayPal or direct checkout processing. And it's going to just plug in the highest one. And of course, the final price, you could do market research. You could verify if it's close to what other people are offering, or if you want to round it up or round it down. Whatever final price you decide on, you can enter it there for your records. Okay, so as you do that, the inventory COGS page is automatically going to link each item name, each item ID, and the individual cost. Not sold yet. You have to enter the quantity that you've sold to get the cost of goods sold. So as you list out your items in the pricing worksheet, they're automatically going to be here at the end of the year when you need to calculate your COGS. That's a tax thing for US sellers that have to fill out the Schedule C. But if you're selling across different platforms, then you'll just have to figure out a way to get a count of what you've sold. So if you're selling the same items over and over, this is probably the easier on you versus if you only sell one of a kind, then you can only sell each one time. So say that I sold the mother-daughter bracelet 5 times, and then it's going to calculate my cost of goods sold here, the unicorn bracelet 4 times. So as you continue adding the quantities sold here, it will continue adding up the total cost of goods sold here at the top. If you want to save a different file for each year, you could just delete the number sold to start over for a new year. You could keep the items that you've already priced in here so that you wouldn't have to do that part again if you're selling a lot of the same items each year. Now, if you wanted to upgrade from the basic package to the best seller package, you can also buy this template separately. The high volume inventory pricing package includes those 3 same pages, the inventory pricing and finished inventory COGS worksheet. So it does all of that. And it also keeps track of your raw materials inventory. So it has this extra page here that will list out the raw materials, and it will keep track of the raw materials that have sold and the raw material you started with and the materials that are available. So you're not having to go and update each individual raw material. You've already entered which raw materials go into the finished product. So for example, the mother-daughter bracelet had these clear spacers, and each bracelet has 5 clear spacers. Well, now in this example, we've marked 2 items made and 2 items sold. So it's automatically going to deduct 2 times 5 clear spacers. It's going to deduct all these raw materials from the materials available. And all that you have to do is a data and refresh all whenever you change that information. So that's the high volume or raw materials inventory worksheet. You can buy that separately on its own, and it comes with all these different tabs in the bottom, or it's also included in the best seller package. So back to the basic seller package, again, you get these 3 pages and you're just tracking the COGS. And in the basic seller package, it also includes an inventory tracking template. And this is where you track the raw materials, but you have to enter the raw materials individually. So you enter the raw materials that you've purchased. So I've entered blue beads, silver chain, unicorn charms, and then I still have to enter the amount in the package and the price that I paid, and it calculates the price per unit. So with silver chain, say you'd probably want to convert that to inches. So say we had 60 inches worth of chain for $10, and then that way you can calculate the price per item if you're using, 18 inches of chain in a particular product. Unicorn charms, I'm just guessing as to the price of these things. So you're entering purchases, and then you also enter whenever you use the raw materials. So used in a project, say we used blue beads, and you have to spell it the same way as the purchased or it won't update correctly. So when it's used in project, then you just enter the amount that you've used in the project. So say I used beads that I know of here, and unicorn charms, I've used 5. Now, then you come to the inventory summary table, data tab, refresh all, and it's going to update with your raw materials, your total purchase, used in project, and your amount of inventory available. And it's flagged, it should flag running low when it's less than 4. Let's say we use some more unicorn charms. Come back and refresh the table, and then now it will flag that you have unicorn, you're now low on unicorn charms and need to reorder it. So that's the inventory tracking template that is in the basic seller package. So depending on how you want to track your inventory, you can do that and just be entering, the individual raw materials, or you can go with the best packet seller package or the high volume package, and you add those raw materials into the finished product, and then you're just having to track when that finished product sells. So hope that makes sense. There's one more template included in the basic seller package, and that is the sales and expenses template. And you can either get the annual, which will just have one summary page for your annual totals, or you can upgrade to the monthly, and that will have a summary page for each month as you keep scrolling. And these pages are all formulas that are going to update based on what you enter here in the other tabs. I have another video that goes over this template more in detail, but you can import your PayPal sales, your Etsy sales, your Etsy fees, and Amazon. Also have options for Square and Stripe sellers if you want to import your Square and your Stripe sales and fees. This is a great template that you can also buy individually, and this template, the monthly version, is included in the best seller package as well. Just gives you an overall comprehensive view of your total sales, total expenses. These are the expense categories, and you're able to enter sales that happen outside of PayPal, Etsy, Amazon. Out of those areas, you can manually enter the sales as well. Okay, so that was just a quick overview of all the templates that are included in the basic seller package, and also the different options that you can do if you want to upgrade certain things within the template. So I hope that helps to make it more clear which template and which options are going to work best for your situation. Feel free to sign up for my Templates Tribe email list to keep updated on new templates and discount codes, and occasionally I like to send out free templates too.